Hello everyone, I'm Navneet from Skydream, which is situated in Puchamandi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Firstly, subscribe my channel if you want to boost your score. Today I will give you one sample of speaking that will be helpful for you to boost your score. Because during the speaking, the candidates always commit a lot of errors and lot of mistakes that will be helpful for you in order to cure out some of the mistakes, because as everyone know that commonly mistakes can be noticed while the speaking of every candidate. So in this way you can find out some of the mistakes which are made by the candidates, and at the last you can also add some of the innovative and constructive ideas in your speaking. So let's go with the speaking. Firstly, tell me about your full name.
My name is Kuldeep Kaur Sidhu.
Okay, now I am going to ask some question which is related to music, because this is a part of first part of speaking. It is known as an introductory part. In this part, I will give you and I will ask you some of the question which is related to yourself. Now I am going to ask some question which is related to music. Do you often listen to music?
Yes, surely I love to music. With the music, I can remove my stress.
Okay. In the present scenario, what kind of music is liked by the children?
The mostly children like to listen to the music that have a high beats because they have no knowledge about the music layers.
When do you listen to music?
When I have a time, that time I gave the preference to listen to the music because with the music we can mitigate the stress.
Okay. How much time do you spend while listening to music?
I am a workaholic person. I have not time for listening music, but I mostly spend 1 or 2 hours to listen music.
Okay. Do you like the live music? Do you like to listen the live music?
Yes, I like to listen to the live music because in this way we can also can see the singers with the open eyes, and also we can feel the music.
Have you ever attended any live concert?
No, no, I never attend any live music.
If you get a chance in the future, would you like to attend?
Yes, obviously, I like to, if I get a chance to listen to the live content, that time I mostly give the preference to.
In the present scenario, every music can be seen, like which is present in different language, different culture, different tradition also, due to the diversity. Do you think it is good?
Yes, according to me, it is good for the people. They can also get the knowledge about the other culture music, and they can also know about the other culture music. With this, they can present in front of the others.
Why in the present scenario music is more important?
Because in the present scenario, due to the competitive era, the people have a hectic schedule, and they have a less time to remove the stress. But while when they listen the music, they can reduce their stress.
Okay, very good. Now I am going to ask some question which is related to library. Do you often go to library?
To be honest, I don't go the library, but when I have a time, that time I go to library.
Okay. What do you usually do when you go to library?
When I go to the library, that time I read the newspapers and the books if related to the history and cultures. And sometimes when we need to search anything from my if related to my interest, I also give the preference to this type of books.
Did you go to library when you were kid?
To be honest, I don't remember when I go the
When I was kid.
when I was kid, but I remember in my school team time I mostly went to the library.
Okay. Do Indian kids often go to library in the present scenario?
I don't think so.
Mhm.
The present In the present time, the children go to library because they have a bulimia syllabus. In this way, they have not time and extra time for going to the library.
Do you think, due to the high popularity of social media, the libraries may replace with the internet, like libraries may disappear in the future?
I don't think so, because the library have a much with the library we can get the much information regarding to their interest, and the library cannot replace with the e-library.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask some question which is related to keys. Do you always bring the keys with you?
No, I never. No, I know bring the keys with me because I'm living in the joint family, so I don't need to bring the keys with me.
Okay. Have you ever lost the keys?
Yes, I remember in the last month when I went to the hospital. That time I forget my keys in the bus because the bus was so crowded. So that's why I forget.
Lost them. Do you often forget the keys at your home, like keys of Almira, keys of your door, keys of your window, anything else?
I earlier said I don't need to bring the keys with me, so I don't
Forget.
forget.
Do you think it is good idea to leave your keys with your neighbors?
This thing is depend on your neighbors, because if you have a trust on your neighbors, then you can do it. Otherwise, it is a risk for get the keys to the neighbors.
Okay. Second part of speaking, in which I will give you one cue card, like one topic. You have a 1 minute in order to prepare it. After that, you have to speak for 2 minutes. So your cue card is about describe a piece of good news you heard from others. When you received this news, how you received this news, why you feel it was a good news. You have 1 minute, prepare it. Let's start.
Every person want to hear the good news from their parents, relatives, and also I heard the lots of good news from my relatives and friends. But yet here we talk about a one good news that was received by me through my friends. Last Sunday when I went to the park for the outdoor activities, that time I heard this news. That news is related to the new library that was open in my countryside area. So I think it is very good news for me because I love to read the books, and and I when I need to search any information, if don't found on the internet, that time I go to that time I went to another countryside for reading. But when I listen to news about the library, I feel I feel very amazing because now I am not need to go anywhere for reading, and it is also good for the children as well as the old peoples, because old peoples want to a one place where they can read the books related to the religious cultures, because they have not knowledge about the technology. They cannot able to use the internet. So that is a good news that was received by me through my friends.
And I'm also looking forward myself and my children to go to library. Nowadays my children are mostly surfing on the internet. They do not have interest to read the books. I think with the help of library I can ingrain the curiosity in their mind to learn more and more books and to go to the library. That would be a beneficial for the children, not only academically but also personally as well as professionally, because everyone can pursue their pursuit of reading books with the help of their library. That that's why it was one of the wonderful news for me. So now I am going to ask some question which is related to your cue card. How do people share the good news?
And there are numerous ways can be notes in these days. The people can share the news on the social media, as well as they can share the news face to face. They like to share the news on their channels.
Why do people share the news on social media? Is it good to share the news on social media?
uh, I think to some extent is good for the people if the news is related to their if the news is reliable, then they can share with the others. If the news is related to their person.
Why do people share the news on social media? Is it good to share the news on social media?
Uh, yes, to some extent it is good for the people to share the good news with the others. In this way, they can
Make aware.
make it aware, and sometimes people can get the good blessings to the others. For example, when any lady blesses with a child, then they get the blessings from the other people.
When they share their good news on the social media. How does modern technology affect the delivery of information?
uh, in the present scenario, every spark of the moments we can deliver the good news on the social media.
When do people share the good news?
um, uh, when the people get the success in their life, they will
They
like
share.
they share the good news in front of others. And some when any students get the fruitful result in their study, they want to get to the good news share the good news in front of others.
How do you share your good news with others?
Mostly I give the preference to face sharing. So when I received any good news, then I give preference to share the face to face, because I think it is a good for me.
It gives me a good feeling
Good
when I
feeling.
see the facial expression of others by sharing the good news, and it gives me a positivity and a happiness, and the feeling that I observe I cannot explain in words. So this is end of speaking. Thank you so much. So इस तरीके दे नाल AC speaking and comment on my video about the errors which has been conducted by the candidates and some of the mistakes which has been made by the candidates. Thank you so much.